with Lynn. And who are you?
I'm Brian. Woo!
And who are you, Miss Kitty?
This is Ivory. Ivory Ebony Storm.
She's so cute.
I'm a 10-year-old Burman.
Oh my gosh. And there she is.
Oh, the masked woman.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. You can unveil yourself now, girl.
And here she's nervous. Yeah, right.
I am nervous. I am really nervous. I don't like lives. But I was telling Lynn, I said, I'm going to put on some Halloween makeup because I love Halloween. I'm crazy about Halloween and scary stuff, but I don't want to scare the audience with my scary Halloween stuff.
I scare myself every day, so it's okay. Get it right in.
Okay. Yay! There she is. I am so thankful that you are here, Tammy. Go ahead, Brian.
For scared people, they don't put masks on and they don't bring in their cats. So,
oh, wait a minute now. No, really. Okay. I'm nervous. I was nervous.
No.
Scott, Ricard is here. Thank you so much for being here, Scott. We appreciate you. Oh my goodness.
Sharing. I think I shared I think I shared on my page.
Okay. Well, Tammy, we are so happy that you're here. We want you to do a plug about what you do and anything you want to say before we start. So you've got the floor.
Okay, I have the floor. Okay.
The red carpet is yours, madame.
So I'm just gonna So I just had a 58th birthday on Monday. Yay, Taurus, happy birthday to me. But anyway, it was a really good birthday, best I've had in a very long time. A lot of surprises. I work for Sprint. Oh wait, it's not Sprint anymore. It's called T-Mobile. So I've been there. It'll be 20 years in July. I work in network security. And I also have a side hustle that I absolutely love. I've been having this side hustle since 2018. And what I do is I sell a systemic detox and a sleep product. So there you have it.
Yeah. And I love that sleep product, I will say, except that you said it takes 3 hours to fall asleep. And I've realized that it takes less time than that for me. But anyhow,
that's good though. It's working.
Yes. Anyways, I am so grateful that you are here. And let's see.
Hey, Ray.
Well, all right. So I know you're a little nervous, but you know what? You've been killing it already. So I don't know what you're sandbagging the situation, if you ask me.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Brian.
That's the first time I've ever heard Lynn say sandbagging in any frame of mind.
Oh, then maybe it could be a word. Who knows? Dun, dun, dun. Sandbagging used to be a thing that we would talk about a lot when people are bowling. You know, they're just sandbagging their handles and stuff. Michelle is here. Thank you, Michelle, for being here.
Michelle.
And one of my sweet friends, Tracy, is here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to
shout out. It's a good thing people on here let StreamYard know their name, because I get on StreamYard and I have a lot of people saying stuff to me and I have no idea who they are.
Well, we've been doing this for 5 months now, so I think it's
all our mystery friends. Tammy.
Yeah. So then I'm like going to my phone, like, okay, let me go see
who's this
live
person?
And who's talking to me. So.
Well, yeah, thanks to all of our loyal listeners. We come to an end of a week. We're talking all about risk today. Improv session as always, and quick-witted banter and a lot of embarrassment on our part.
Hi, Jerry.
So,
hi, Jerry. We love our Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Whose phone?
So yeah, I'm on my lunch break.
Oh.
So I what was that? No, I was just saying I'm on my lunch break. I normally don't really take much of a break because I work from home. We've been working from home since last year, right?
Wow.
They're talking about bringing us back to the office, I think June or July. I don't want to go back. Can I just stay home? I'm working.
I'll write the pink slip. I'll write the note.
Oh gosh, not a pink slip.
Well, not that pink slip, but I'll write you a note so you never can go back into the office again.
Permission slip, yeah.
Like, who's this guy? Oh, I don't know. He told me to give it to you.
We want to see if it'd work.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So
it's First Friday too. You guys celebrate First Friday or go have First Friday and go down to Art District or do any of that? And also it's Mother's Day coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mother's Day weekend. Absolutely. I can't believe it's the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm glad my girlfriend remembered for me.
Don't get yourself in trouble.
No, I won't. No, I'll be okay.
Oh my goodness. I am super excited to get this started there, Brian. If you want to explain what
so Tammy, do you have any idea whatsoever what we're talking about like this week, or have you caught, any episodes or any of our banter throughout the week?
I actually did not catch this week.
Even better.
It's been a busy week. Oh no, that's worse for me. I have no clue what's about to happen. Oh my gosh.
So this week we talked all about risk. We talked all about risk and a lot of different facets, a lot of different, each day was a different segment of it. And so we accumulated words and phrases. And then there's also there's only one ongoing Lynnism, because we put a couple to rest last week. But those are phrases or words that we just have to, they're like archival things, that you never can get rid of. So any words or phrases that were worthy of even some that were hashtags, because I repeated them a couple times, but they didn't make it into the list. So
okay.
What?
What?
No.
Were they bad?
Oh no, the one should be.
Were they X-rated or something?
No, the one should be in there.
I didn't put it in there. So we don't have as many as we normally do, which is fine. So otherwise we can take some from the audience after we get through all of these.
Ooh, so if you guys have any words you want us to play on, go ahead and put them in the comments, and we'll just have to. We'll have to.
Well, here's the thing: is that we want to get through. Wait until that moment comes. Otherwise, then we'll have to keep going back and searching. So why don't we get through what we have, and then if time allows, but we'll ask for the audience for suggestions, just like in improv shows.
Awesome. So, okay.
So, Tammy, are you ready?
No.
Well,
wait.
Well, too bad.
In it.
There we go. Yes.
Okay,
hiding as we speak. Okay. So this is one from this week. And so the phrase is, how risks hold us back in life. Now, let me go a little bit deeper with the way it works, is that this is not a dissertation like you're giving a, acceptance speech or giving a graduation, message. It's whatever comes to mind, it doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It doesn't have to make any sense, really. It's just that whatever that top of mind awareness is when I say those things. So you'll start us off. So how risks hold us back in life? What comes to mind? How risks hold us back in life?
I mean, how about how, you're afraid to take a risk? So, I mean, I could give an example like, okay, let's see. There's an event coming up that I'm doing. It's called Crypticon. I don't know if you're familiar, but it's kind of like, well, the way I explain it is Comic-Con. So Comic-Con's the heroes, Crypticon's the villains and the scary. That's all about me. So that's where I'll be. So, I mean, I've asked people to come to this event, but people are afraid of the risk to get, sick or whatever.
So besides the health scare and whatnot, if we were to set that aside, what else do you think would make them fearful to not come?
They're scared of the scary costumes and people that are there.
Okay.
So, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else.
Well, if that's all you have, that's okay.
Yeah,
Yep,
That's
that's
all
okay.
I have at
You
the
see-
moment. If I think of something
Yes,
else, I'll let you
sure.
know.
absolutely.
Perfect.
Risk of leaving my cat at home. I can't go because it's a
Aw.
risk to leave her at home. She might get into something. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's an improv, though. Absolutely. So the question again was the risk.
No, the phrase was how risks hold us back in life.
Oh, how it holds us back by our mind going on its own tangent, its own belief system. The fact that we take what our past experiences were and put the spin of this is the reason why we can't do this because I already know what's going to happen. Your perception and assuming and believing the stories that other people told you or the stories that you believe to be true to the reason why not to go and take the risk. So we allow our past to dictate our future, and it's a sad thing when we do that. So let go of the assumptions and just go ahead and follow through that door of taking risk and see what happens from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I'm done.
So
That's
how
a good
risks hold us back in
Thank you.
life is fear of the unknown. We're always going to have something that life doesn't work that way. We're able to find it out before we actually go through it or witness it, right? So fear of the unknown, and the quicker that you can overcome that and displace that, the easier it's going to be on you to, there's talk all the time about people that if they knew that they were terminally ill or if they knew it was their last day, I mean, well, yeah, we could play that card all day long, but sometimes life doesn't show up that way. Sometimes we're not able to say goodbye to those people that we wanted to be around, right? And so fear of the unknown. Well, the fear of the unknown is a day-by-day phenomenon. Now, would we rather set that aside and just live our life the way that we want to live it on our terms, or be at the mercy and victim of, well, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So it can either hold you back or it can set you free. Some people need to get away.
Yes, Cheryl. Yes.
Cheryl.
All right,
I
Lynn,
just want to keep that there because
some people need to get away.
I love you, Cheryl.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what you guys said, that's true, because I was fearful of living, basically.
Mhm.
And when you get out there and start living, you're like, oh, this ain't so bad. This didn't hurt. Just go do it.
Well, you know what? We forget. I don't care if you think you've got a bulletproof, soundproof, safe-proof, hurricane-proof, tornado-proof, whatever, everything you think. I don't care what you live in. I don't care if you have all the vitamins, all the natural, organic stuff. I don't care all these things that you think you're going to do. But one thing you can't defeat is death.
Right.
It's inevitable. So it's sad, somebody that's being so sheltered to protect their survival, and yet they're not living in the time that they have, is a tragedy. I mean, it's
what a lot of people don't realize is that just surviving another day is the lowest common denominator of being a human being. You know what I mean? Just surviving the next moment, living and dying, those are instinctual. Are instinctual.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lowest common denominator of life. Right. And guess what? If we do nothing with our life, we still know where we're going to be because we're living it right now.
Right.
And also another thing that Cheryl said is that I think that there's also by what she said is that some people need to get a life. I also think that that's a toxic place for us to go because we take our mind off of what we need to be doing and looking at other people.
Right.
It's a very easy thing to do because of assessments, comparison, and all of that. But the quicker that we're able to dismiss that, everybody's individual, they're able to make their own choices, and then they have to deal with whatever it is. I think it's a very toxic place and poisonous place to be in because there's comparison. If they would just do this, and it's like, wait a minute, you have your own life to live. They have their own life to live, and that's where it should go.
Yeah. I try not to do any type of comparison or anything. And, I used to make plans. Excuse me. I used to make plans all the time. Oh, let's going to do this. We're going to do that. And then they don't it doesn't happen, and then you're disappointed. So now my life is so happy now. It's like I live moment to moment. I don't think about what's going to happen. What if, I'm like, let's just what's happening right now.
And that's a perfect
And right
place
now I'm on this live with you guys nervous. No, not as bad as I was in the beginning. But yeah.
And what I'd love to say right now is that I'm excited that I actually get to meet Tammy in person, going to hang out at her house with her, and we're going to do a little book tour thing. So I'm super, super excited that that you guys get to meet, and that she's my first stop on my trip is her house. So I'm excited.
Yay!
And Chris
Christopher
is in the house.
Yay!
Thank you. I love you.
Thanks for hopping on.
That's right.
Okay, so Lynn, our next phrase goes back to last week, I believe it was, or the week before. So, not being taken advantage of in business. Not being taken advantage of in business is the phrase.
Yeah. When I've had a lot of experience on this with having my lingerie business and stuff, but not being taken advantage of is to realize that when the one thing I can remember really well was when it was time to donate to different causes, as far as giving merchandise to them, and yeah, it's supposed to be a marketing ploy and this and that. But what's sad is the fact that it's always like expected that you give, and yet you never get anything back in return, kind of thing. It's one thing to give and do it without any expectations. That's fine. But when it's giving, and then when you're trying to sell your product or ask for help back because you're trying to do something, it's like they look another way. So you have to realize the check and balances of, if people don't support your business, how can you support theirs? I mean, if they have that perspective of knowing that it should be a both mutual exchange, so that money's being exchanged, ideas and referrals. I think realizing how much you're getting out of a business relationship is very, very important to know the difference of, giving free advice or consultation to being where's the value in your return and time and investment. So I'm done.
Right, Tammy, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'll let you go.
Sure.
I'll let you go.
You're okay.
It's just common courtesy for somebody that's nervous. That's just what you do, so.
Okay, so you guys are going to start this whole time then. I'll go last.
You're so cute.
I love it. And I knew it. I'm like, okay, just from my experience of people that are nervous. Okay. And then all of a sudden now we got props and we got a kitty and whatnot.
I know, right? Right. Yeah. Okay.
He's only going to be nervous for a couple minutes and then it'll all go away.
Yeah.
So how not to be taken advantage of in business. I think first and foremost, because people are going to do it, or try to do it. I think you have to set up boundaries about what you will and will not do. Like, especially now that more of our world has moved into masterminds and time is of the essence, right? Like we're mobile and we're all over the place, that, you don't have to be next to anybody anymore, right? If you can convey emotion and a message and value through, the camera lens that we're all looking through right now, you can work at any given time throughout any given day for anybody. And so I think that to be conscientious of your time, like Lynn knows that with people that wanted her consulting and coaching services. So it's so easy for people to want to use that and for you to give it away. And I think that by the boundaries that you set up, and reasonable, it doesn't mean 5 or 10 minutes for this person or that person, if you have a lot of that, but if it turns into big sums of time that you can't recuperate, that you really have to set that up, because it is going to be flexed, and obviously we want to give back, but it's a delicate balance between, a few minutes just for a quick question and something that needs more of our expertise, and I think that there's also a respect factor. I'm not going to call up one of my mentors and, hey, tell me about how you do that thing for voiceover work. They had to pay who knows how many dollars and how many hundreds of hours on that skill set. I'm not going to expect to get something for free. Yeah. So to me, setting up boundaries is priority, because it will be stretched. But if you make sense of it in your mind first, and whatever, like one of our mentors has a lot, has an ebook, right? where it's like it's a free offering and then you get in the pipeline, right?
Mhm.
It's something free, but don't expect me to give you hours upon hours of coaching time, right? So
Right.
that's like a boundary where I'm giving you something for free to stimulate your brain and to get you in, the pipeline, but also they'll get your mind thinking about this. And then if you do nothing with it, well, okay, but you're not going to get any more of it. So yeah, I'm Brian and I'm done.
I'm Brian and I'm done.
Good
Well, that
job.
was a good one. I'm Tammy and I'm done.
No. Look at her.
Oh man, yeah.
She's sandbagging.
I wish I had a microphone. I would just drop it right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Well done, Tammy. Well done. Fist bump. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
See, she's really sneaky because she'll just like say that end part and then be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch her.
Good try.
Oh,
Good try.
goodness. I mean, I agree with the time thing. I've had people where they're like, okay, we're going to meet up at 6:00. Okay. Sounds good. I'll see you there. It's 8:00. They're not there. Oh, I'm on my way. Yeah. I used to be like, oh, okay, I'll see you then. But now I'm putting my foot down. No, if you don't respect me enough to be there at the specific time, I'm not going to be there. I'm not always going to be there. If you can't be there, why should I? I got things to do. I got other people to talk to. I got other potential customers that need me.
That's right.
So, yeah, and then I've had it too where they'll be like, "Well, I don't know that I trust the website. Would you put your credit card in and buy it for me? And then if I like it, then I'll put my credit card in and get it." And I'm like, what's the risk now versus a month from now? There's still the risk. So put your credit card in. It's crazy. It's crazy some of the things that people ask you to do. I'm like, are you serious right now? Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
I'm so glad you're here.
There's this service where you can have 2-day delivery if you put your credit card and save it on file.
Wow.
Oh.
I never heard of that.
Really?
That's funny.
They got like fleets of trucks and stuff. It must be only in certain areas, though.
You want to know what's really funny, though? Is Tracy Seeley. I just love her. But check this out. I guess in Canada, they don't have drive-through bank tellers outside.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. And so yesterday I told her I was going to the bank. She goes, "Can you take me with?" She goes, "I still can't believe this." And so I showed her the banks over there. And this is the little thing. Like they don't have that in Canada. Like,
why don't they have that? That's different. I thought
know.
everybody had that.
So she just thought, yeah. Oh, I like this. Cheryl says, "I can't deal with stupid." I love you, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Get to spend time with her too on my trip, so I'm excited about that.
Where's Cheryl at?
North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Outside
But I'm your first stop. I feel so special.
You are my first stop. I am super excited about that.
You're gonna stop at the storm. Start out with the storm.
And if I do it right, I'll actually be at your house on Thursday, so that when we are in our mastermind group, we'll all be together on the mastermind.
Yay!
That's cool.
That'll be fun. Cool. Then we can all wear our masks.
Oh, and Larry gets to wear his biohazardous suit.
I'll see if we can.
Tammy will have a Mardi Gras face mask, and Larry will have he needs to get rid of toxic fumes.
Yeah, and I'll be like, "Brian, I don't know where the heck I'm at."
What kind of friends do you have in Kansas City?
Right?
I know, right? Oh my god,
a bunch of weirdos.
I just had an idea.
And proud of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just had an idea that maybe when I'm with these guys, we can do like a private, not a backstage, like hangout that we can have for some time for a clip. That would be cool.
Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah. That'll be
with
good.
Brian being away and all of us in the same place. Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah.
And
We love being creative.
we all get to witness Lynn drink a little bit more out of that bottle of whipped vodka.
I'm thinking of bringing it. You
What?
see? Yeah.
Oh yeah, bring it. What? I don't think
I
I've
mean, it
ever
might
had.
not be any good anymore.
It- and I was thinking that if I do bring it, I'll make everybody sign it with a permanent marker. Yeah, to
that'll
keep
be-
my
yeah.
bottle. To keep my
No,
bottle.
you know what the goal is? To drink the rest of the bottle, not sign it.
No, but everybody that I'm around with that sees me take a sip, I'll have them sign it.
You
And
need.
then I'll
Okay,
have
so
the
wait.
bottle afterwards.
You
Okay,
are
so
going to bring your book though, but
Oh,
have
yes.
everybody sign one book for you.
Oh no, well,
No?
yeah, that would be cool. No,
No,
I'll
I
have
don't
my
know.
books with me. So yeah.
so
I want to
Tammy,
sign copy, but yeah.
so Tammy, just so you know that there's only let's see here, that amount of vodka out of there goes back to New Year's Eve. Okay, so it's been over 4 months, and that was 3 drinks worth in that little spot.
Pretty drinks.
Okay, so I really can't say anything.
I love it, Cheryl. That's right. I'm bringing
Book, bottle, and
wine.
babe.
I'm
Hey.
bringing wine over to Cheryl's house. So if you like wine too, I'll get you some wine on my way. So.
Girl, if I have 3 sips of wine, I will pass out. I fall asleep. I don't need a sleep product with wine is enough. Yeah. But what I was gonna say, Brian, to Lynn's bottle of alcohol there, I have bottles of alcohol in my refrigerator that's been there for years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's fermenting. It's going to become stronger.
Yeah.
It's gonna be moonshine soon.
Yeah, it's funny, but when Kim was here with me, we used to do she has a really good chocolate martini recipe. So that kind of liquor doesn't last long. So
Ooh.
hey Sandy.
Hey Sandy,
thanks for hopping on.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. Sandy will be in Kansas City too. I'm actually going to unite these 3 people, Larry, Sandy, and Tammy. We're going to just be all together because I'm in town.
Wait,
so
where
I'm
is
excited.
Sandy at in
Sandy's
Kansas City?
in Kansas. Yeah, we'll talk about that off.
Maybe we're close to each other. So Sandy, I'm in Overland Park.
Yeah, you didn't have to say. I don't want people to know where I'm going to be in Kansas. Well,
girl,
hey, you're
You're only going to be there for like an hour. So
no, I'm actually spending 2 days with her. I'm spending like a couple days with her.
But but that's okay. They don't have my address.
That's good.
They can't get in anyway.
Okay,
they
good.
can't get in.
We're locked out.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it here. We got a few more things, and then if we have time, we'll reach out to our loyal audience for suggestions to talk about for a few minutes. So, which will be fun because we've never done it. So let's see how far we get. So
wait, what happened?
Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about
it. Just hang on.
You'll know when it happens.
Wait, I'm Tammy and I'm done. Okay,
continue to be nervous. It's working. Continue to be nervous. It's working.
Okay.
So, okay. I'll go first. This phrase is risk takers figure it out.
Tammy should go that way with that.
No, we'll give her some time. She's our guest.
I need some time. I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
We'll have we give special treatment to our special guests. Okay. So risk takers figure it out. I think that's one of the most beautiful parts is that you believe in yourself so much, but you're open to what shows up. You make it happen. You're all in until the waking moment. You do this, you do that, you do whatever it takes to find out, but you believe in yourself. Hey Chip, thanks for being here. And
hey Chip, thanks.
You're not putting unneeded stress or worry on yourself, that you believe in yourself that you'll figure it out and get it done. But you're going to do it in your own way. And, that goes into the unknown where it's like, oh, what's going to happen? Well, you can leave it open to see what pops up, or you can actually crave it and put it out in the universe that it's like, hey, help me out here. I need some help. And by your belief in yourself and how powerful you are in the growth mindset, you'll do it. You'll make it happen in your own way. And then when it's done, it's done. That's what I got.
So
what?
So how did you say that? How did you say that at the beginning?
Risk takers figure it out.
Okay. So, it's funny you say this because risk takers figure it out. You got that right. I put my money where my mouth was 3 weeks ago, and I said something about writing a book. And I I had fears or concerns or whatever, but the bottom line is I focused on the task at hand, and I didn't know how I was going to do a book cover. I didn't know how I was going to do the page layout. I didn't know anything. I just had a deadline. I was going to meet it. And, and I reverse engineered what needed to be done. And so, like you said, when you mark yourself to, you're going to do something or accomplish something or whatever, you think of the end goal. I said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. So every time anything creeped up, and even writing some chapters were difficult. I mean, there were just difficult memories to go. And so, and then I realized that I was just, I had to deal with those things. But again, what allowed me to pull forward was the whole bottom line of saying, Lynn, you said you were going to do this. And when you figure out you're determined to do something, all of a sudden you have no time of the reasons why you can't do it. You got to have all the reasons why you've got to accomplish it. So that really helps with the end goal. The end goal is what got me through every time I feared or worried or whatever. I said, there's no option. There's no option. There's no option except to keep going forward. And I mean, so your mind plays a lot of tricks on you, and you doubt yourself, you get concerned, and you just have to let a lot of things go. Because even if I did a book that said A, B, C, D and published it, I was going to publish it per se. But it was still the process of learning. I haven't done word processing in a very long time. I've been using Google Docs. So to go in there and be lost at Word, I mean, like I was in places I hadn't been in a while, but it didn't matter. I took the time to learn what I had to learn and did what I had to do because I wanted to accomplish my goal. So I had no time for the fear. I had no time to think anything but how I was going to accomplish it. And so that was a risk of, and I would mention to Brian, I don't know about this and that. He's like, and I loved it. He's like, well, Linda, you said you were going to do it. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But it's one of those things where you don't know what you can do until you try to do it. And that is going out of your comfort zone and taking the risk. So, I'm kind of still surprised that I did it and that I got it done. And I'm still realize that I learned that my will to stick with my word and get something accomplished, that there's no more excuses for me. If I did what I said I was going to do, period. It brings it to a different level for me every time I challenge myself or I'm being challenged to be vulnerable. It makes me just stay stern and not allow for me to get into my emotional set, because the emotional is where I have post-traumatic distress disorder, and I won't allow that to defeat me or to defy me. So I do take that kind of risk. So I'm Lynn and I'm done. Risk takers figure it out. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chip. Hey, Ray.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Awesome.
So it sees the finish line, right? Yep, ahead of you. Thank you.
Okay, Tammy, what do we got?
What was it again? Do it again.
Risk takers figure it out is a statement.
Okay, so how do I? I started taking risk, I don't know, when I was young, because I'm just going to say, because I've always had a side business, a side gig or something. I mean, hello, I don't remember how old I was, but I started with Avon. Like, what was I, 18, 16? I don't know. So I've always done something since then, but each thing that I get into, it's a risk. Okay. I'm risking losing this money, or I'm risking being successful. So I've been in a lot of different businesses and they didn't work out. So I risked losing the money, but I still tried, to make it successful. And even though the other ones didn't make it, I didn't give up, and I won't give up, because it's not in me. My goal is to be successful and to prove it to myself. And it doesn't matter what other people think. But of course, I want to prove it to all those who say you can't. Oh, what? What did you just say? You said I can't. Guess again. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So where I'm at right now, I finally found my fit. I finally found what I love. I'm in a company that I absolutely love. Helping people, I love it. So I'm going to be successful, and it's coming very soon.
Yay!
And I always like every day or I try to do it every night, but it doesn't happen every night. But every day I'm trying to listen to love frequencies, abundance frequencies, positive frequencies, the frequencies to get negative stuff out of your body and your space. I'm trying to do that just to help me get where I need to go. And it's helped a lot. I don't no, can't speak. Amen. What did I do? What did I say? I don't know. But yeah.
Hold my beer.
Hold my tequila. I like tequila. I'm not a beer drinker. Give me some tequila, man, or a martini, chocolate martini, of course. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I see everything like when I take that risk, if it's not successful, to me, I look at it as a step. Okay, that didn't work. Now I got to go on to the next stepping stone. Okay, that didn't work. But it's a step. You just keep going up and you keep learning, and eventually you'll get there. Not everybody gets there at the same time. Some people get there when they're young. Some people get there when they're older. It doesn't matter as long as you just don't give up.
Yep.
I like what Lori says right there. It's I've been an underdog my whole life, but it's like after a while you don't even you become desensitized that of the haters or the naysayers, right? Because it's just what you do.
Yeah.
It doesn't you give up that it's going to make sense to anybody else besides yourself.
No, I couldn't agree with that more. My 6th grade teacher who said I'd never be anything, that gave me the fuel to say, well, I'm going to show him. So, you can either take that as I'm a victim and I'm being treated like shit, or, you know what? Thank you, because I'm not going to be defied by what you say. So, yeah.
Right. I think eventually at first it's like, okay, I'm going to go in this direction while you go that direction. And eventually you get juice from that, right? Yep. You get the energy from that. But as life goes on, I think it just becomes a part of your makeup, and, you don't really acknowledge that because you've been doing it for so long that it's just a part of you. So.
I mean, you even helped me with that, Brian, when you're like, well, until you get your book done. I'm like, oh, I'm going to show Brian. I'm going to get my book done. I mean, I love it. That stuff, when you're getting it from somebody you love and you respect, you just appreciate it because, it just keeps you aligned to knowing that, you're going to get this done and you got people that believe you. So
I think that the way that life goes, I mean, integrity, passion, commitment, I think that there's so many different viewpoints on that, and there's not enough accountability there. Where when somebody actually says, did you fulfill upon that? Did you get that done by today when you said you would? And then they get defensive about it or whatever. It's like the reason why is because people, number one, they don't know what it is to be accountable. Number two is that they're face to face with their own words and their lack of integrity. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody was forcing that person what they declared out of their mouth. That was them out of their use of language. Right.
Yeah.
But then what happens is that programming that it's like, well, if it comes out of my mouth, I don't have to be accountable to it. Well, then they live life that way. But when somebody shows up and it says, well, you did say this, didn't you? Yeah. They're blown away that somebody actually would hold them accountable to the words that came out of their mouth. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Like if you say something, I expect it to happen.
Absolutely.
So I don't say anything unless I know I can do it.
Correct.
Yeah. I try not to.
Yeah.
But it just blows my doors up by how many people sneak through, like they'll say something to your face, but then when you want to make sure that they're accountable to it, then they either ignore you or whatever. And then you're the bad person, because they don't have a life where people are holding them accountable. Now it's not personal. It's just that here's what you said. Here's what you said you were going to do, and you didn't fulfill upon it. That's it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because if it doesn't matter to you, why would you even declare it?
That's right. That's why I said anything you can say will be held against you.
And here's the thing is that it's not personal.
No, it's not. No, it's a reminder. It's just a reminder. So, well, you know what you said, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. And like like Tammy, I had felt bad because I told her, hey, I want to get that product for a while. And of course,
No, girl.
But I'm using this as an example though. But
Okay,
you saw how I was on it because I didn't like the fact that there was a delay. You know, there was other things going on. They're not excuses, but I'm just saying that's why I hate when I do say something and something happens where it can't be fulfilled. That really bothers me, you know, a lot. We've got a comment here. Let me see.
I wasn't
I'm
worried
not used
about
to
that though.
people not following through with it. Yeah.
And this,
we all want a pat on the back, but really get it. And honestly, it doesn't matter. Still, you just do not give up, because the pat on the back, so succeedingly accomplishing your goal. You guys really get me fired up. I'm so glad I stumbled on this talk show. Yeah, Chip, we're honored you're here. And it's like, I think that the best way to roll is that, you know, Chip, is that don't expect anything, because you're not doing it for anybody else.
exactly.
Right.
It doesn't mean
You
you're
gotta pat
selfish.
yourself on the back.
You know, and Cheryl says, do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it, and the way you say you're going to do it. I mean, that's integrity.
Absolutely.
That's integrity.
Yeah.
You know,
And
oh Lord, that was my request statement.
Yeah.
You know,
Ray, you
so,
can hold on to that request. Trust me.
Yeah. And so it blows my doors off when, there we go. Yeah, it just came up. But when, like Cheryl says,
so it is a word for today. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So is that going back to what go ahead, Tammy.
No, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. Go ahead. Do it.
No, going back to what Chip said, is that when you expect nothing, because when you expect something, well, then you're only doing it possibly for validation or whatever. But when you get kudos or when you get acknowledged for something, it should come as a surprise, because that's not what you were driven to do it for.
Right.
You know,
Yep.
so, you know, and here's the thing, anybody that only expects to what they do, like the actions they take to get a pat on the back, to me, that's a very, I don't know, disappointing existence, where it's like, well, I better get a pat on the back, otherwise I'm not going to do this. I'm like, wow, that's pretty self-indulgent, you know, like,
But you know what is sad though, is I realized that I don't need patting on the back, except that what's sad is when I don't hear the people that I care about, that are my friends, don't say something to me, but other people say something to me. And I like when other people, I put it this way, it's nice to hear those things. They're not necessary, but what hurts more is when strangers can come and say nice things to you, but your friends don't acknowledge it. Now that hurts, because it means more to hear from a friend that they say, congratulations, I'm proud of you, or whatever. And when a stranger does it, you really appreciate it, because they don't know you, but they took the time out to tell you that, which it means even more. So that's just my 2 cents.
In my opinion, no, I think that there's some expectation there that for me, I don't, it's like you're expecting something, which I don't agree with.
No, put it this way. It's just like this. Okay. I'll use maybe my dad as an example. If my dad does say, hey, good, I'm proud of you, or whatever, then I die. And my dad says to everybody else, wow, I was really proud of her. And that's good. When your friends, if they care about you and they think something and they don't give you that kudos or knowledge, you die without ever hearing the words from them, but they'll say it after you're dead. No. So I see it that way. I see it that if you are happy, if your friend, because your friends mean so much to you. And if your friends don't give you the kudos, but strangers are giving you the kudos, your spirit loves the compliments from strangers and they appreciate it, but it just means more when your personal friends tell you.
I disagree.
I know you disagree, but you don't understand, especially for people like my past, where I've not been acknowledged, or I've had shame and all that. And then I have friends that are my friends that know my life and they can't acknowledge me for that, but strangers can. And I was open with and vulnerable to my friends, and they can't tell me, whatever. It's just a different way. I think that's why we have some suicide with people, because they never knew what they meant to other people, or they never felt they could be vulnerable with people around them. And so I think the unspoken words could mean a lot to people. That's why I tell everybody, I tell you, Brian, I tell Tammy, I tell everybody, I love them. I care about you. I appreciate, I love the color shirt you have. Those things are important to tell people, because if you thought it, you should tell them. That's all I'm saying. It's just, it's a way that if and when we die, everything that needed to be said was said, you know. And even before I leave Montana, I say my goodbyes and give my daughters love and whatever, because I may not ever come back. I make sure I finish what I'm saying and what I'm doing, so that it's said and done. It's closure.
Every moment's not promised.
Absolutely. So
but what I was saying, hey Ray, what? Aw, that's so nice.
He says,
so we're blowing his doors off.
Apparently that's my repetitive phrase for this week. So.
Yes. And Michelle says what?
What hurts most is when friends expect things and don't acknowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and here's what's missing is for me is that everybody has a different point of view and whatnot, but I've been fully, you know, I don't expect anything of any kind. Does it get on my nerves? Yes, but then a comparison will come up and whatever. So it's entirely different for every person. You know.
Well, I'm gonna keep telling you how much I love you and how proud I am of you, Brian. So you better expect.
I don't think anybody be sick of hearing that, Lynn, especially if it's sincere.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want to be around that fake stuff where people are just telling you what you want to hear to get what they want.
Right.
Well,
but what we were talking
about. Sorry, Tammy.
No, well, I was just going to say what you were talking about. Somebody said earlier was you do something so that you can get other people can give you a pat on the back or something like that. I don't do it for other people. It's my goal. So when I reach that goal, it makes me feel amazing. So I feel really good. And then I'll share it with people like, oh my God, I did that. You know, they can say good job or, you know, whatever, but I'm not doing it.
No,
I pat myself on the back.
Yeah, you're sharing your experience. That's all you're doing, which is great.
Yeah. And then I grew up actually in Missouri. So I'm from the show me state. So a lot of times people say things, I'm like, yeah, okay. I need to see it. Prove it to me. I'm from the show me state. So seriously, people say a lot of things, but do they follow through with it? Luckily for me, I do have a small circle of people that definitely follow through with what they're doing, you know, with what they say they're going to do. And then whenever you don't have expectations of what's going to happen for the day, and then awesome things happen for the day, and you're just like pleasantly surprised, it just makes things better. I don't know. That's all.
Okay, so we got to do rapid fire. So quick-witted, fun. We've got been a great discussion, but we got to speed it up here a little bit. So for the next 10 to 12 minutes, it's going to be rapid fire, and we're going to be seeing smoke. You know, so here we go. Chip says, "What did Chip say? That's it. That's dead on. That's what I'm talking about." Excellent. Okay, so getting uncomfortable. Getting uncomfortable is the phrase. Who wants to go?
You guys. I don't know.
Go ahead, Lynn. Getting uncomfortable.
Getting uncomfortable is basically a place, like you said this week, that we should get into more often, because it really pushes us to really realize who we are and to be vulnerable about, you know, your flaws and where you go. You know, it's like we keep saying, and I'm just passionate to say, it's like there really is no excuses. And to just be curious is how far you can push yourself out of your comfort zone and see what happens from there, you know. And truly, it's just been the last 3 weeks that I have learned so much about myself, of where I was and where I am now and going forward. And so I just love that I am really entering a lot of territory that's so unknown to me and still is yet to be written, so to speak. No pun intended, but it really is. Life's a journey, and it can be a journey as long as you allow it to be. So, yeah. Sometimes loud and sassy will get Cheryl. You know that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That's something just between me and her right now. But loud and sassy is where it's at.
Okay, so we're going to have to tighten up these comments. Okay, so getting uncomfortable is a learned behavior. It's something you actually say you're going to do, to the point where you don't know the difference between comfort and discomfort. Because you're putting yourself in situations that your vulnerability is everywhere. And I remember a couple of years ago, vulnerability and transparency are two things that I want to tap into and go as far as I can, because there is no limits to that, right? So the more uncomfortable I am and the more vulnerable I am, like talking about my disorders and stuff, I'll do it any day, because I know it's me, right? And if I'm having an anxiety attack or something like that, I'm not going to downplay it, right? Because I'd rather have it out there so somebody knows I'm dealing with something, right? But getting uncomfortable, it's like, why not? And after facing a near-death experience, there's a lot. The way I look at life is entirely different than somebody that has not dealt with that before, right? So getting uncomfortable is, hey, I'm just glad to be alive. So anything else is a cakewalk that I can handle. So Tammy, you're up next.
Wait, let me go get Tracy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wait a minute. Did she have a mask on?
What's your ego?
Oh, God.
Tammy is Tracy and Tracy is Tammy.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. Well, I mean, being uncomfortable is growth. I mean, hey, I'm uncomfortable in this live, so I guess I'll have to do more of them and grow and do them and feel comfortable with doing it. So I'll grow that way. Or being uncomfortable in these tight clothes. Okay, dang it, let's lose some weight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah. That's
okay.
it.
So the next one is live life on your terms. Live life on your terms.
Oh, yeah. Heck yeah.
Go for it.
Do what I want to do. What the heck? Yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do. I mean, I'm telling you, when I was younger, I used to do whatever other people want to do all the time and not stand up for myself. As I've gotten older, of course, I've gotten my voice and stronger and don't care. Maybe it's because you get older, you're just like, I don't care what you think. I'm going to do what I want to do. You like it. You like it. You want to come along? Come along. If you don't, deuces. I'm going to go do what I want to do and make myself happy. It's my life, not yours. Right? So I'm not going to spend my life trying to make all these people happy. And then once they're gone, then I got to work on me and make me happy. That doesn't work. Right. No, it's all about you. Yeah. Okay, Lynn or Brian. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Oh, man.
She's even directing over here.
To our audience, can you believe our special guest was nervous leading up to today? Can you possibly believe that?
Sandbagger.
It's a true story. I'm not lying.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I agree with everything Tammy says. So I'm done with that, Brian, and I'm passing it to you. Go for it.
So live life on your terms. You pave the way. The only person you have to answer is yourself, right? You can't go and say, oh, that the cloud made me do it, or that traffic pattern made me late. I mean, when you live life on your terms, you call the shots. You're in control and you have nobody to blame. Nobody to blame. It's all on
You're
you
the one
or not.
Who looks in the mirror.
Absolutely. But first of all, you have to be willing to be on that journey and to possibly isolate yourself or live a path that other people don't want to live, because conformity is so much easier, So, okay. Why risks hold us back? Why risks hold us back? Who wants to go?
I don't know. There's some risks out there.
We won't. I'll go ahead real quick. Why?
Yeah.
Why risk hold us back is because we stay stuck with the old record playing in the background. We get stuck with the old triggers, and we get stuck with not allowing ourselves to be creative. I mean, I've been catatonic, seriously, many times in my life, where I can't speak, no voice, no nothing. But I realized that when I go in that dark place, I have to start saying, okay, Lynn, think of something new, create something new. And so the risks of staying where we're at we can kill so many cells of our body, of our life, by not taking action. So staying in the non-productive, non-active way and not taking the risk and the action, we're we're stinting, listen to me, stinting our growth. Whatever, help me here. No, we're stunning our
Stunt your
growth.
growth.
There he goes. Yeah, we're stunning our growth. Okay. Anyways, I'm done speaking because I'm just cracking myself up over here.
Go
But
ahead,
no,
Tammy.
seriously,
Oh.
go ahead.
I agree with Lynn, and I'm going to stick to that.
Oh, come
Okay,
on.
Brian.
Why risks hold us back is because we want the reward and not the what it's going to take or paying the price to get it. You know,
Yeah, I agree with that.
is the unknown, right? Like,
Right.
how long is it going to take? What is it going to look like? I don't want to do that. It's all of the front end overwhelm and frustration, and it's not actually digging in. You know, so
Right.
your decision is made before you even try. That's
Yeah.
why there's always
Yeah.
going to be room for risk takers, is because there's a lot of people that just by what it may take to get that outcome, whatever it may be, people aren't willing to do it. And if they do it, they say they might do it, but then let's talk about it 2 weeks after, a month, 6 months, a year. Are they still doing it? More times than not. I mean, statistics, you know, like New Year's resolutions or any of these types of things speak for the commitment that most people don't have.
Right.
So,
well, you know, and it is a scary thing to realize that we allow ourselves to get in a situation where we're trapped for making more excuses for why we didn't do things. And
right.
so acknowledging you're stuck is a good starting point to try to change that, think something else, and to relax and not get stuck.
Right.
Oh, Coachman.
I remember the day
Hey,
I stick
Charles.
to my growth had never been.
That's my
funny.
panic mode. You see, and yeah, you know, I mean,
Exactly.
Yep. Okay. So the final one is going to be wet wood. Wet wood.
Oh, God. Oh my gosh.
This is a callback from our first time that we've done our improv show on Fridays with Christopher Roush, who chimed in a little bit ago. He was our first guest to switch it up and have some fun on Fridays to send everybody off to the weekend, improv style. And that's when the Lynnism wet wood came out. So
oh my goodness.
we're carrying on that tradition every Friday. Wet wood. So Tammy, when I say wet wood, what
did
comes
you say
to
Tracy?
mind? Yes, Tracy, Tammy. Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. So yeah, there's some wood that's been in the lake for a long time and it's molding now. You're not getting me. So, yeah. That's it. Next.
Hey, Lynn, I wonder if she's nervous still.
Right? She's just warming up. We need another hour. Exactly. I'll let you go,
no.
Brian.
I got to go back to what I said last week or whatever, flaming and infectious.
I don't want that wet wood.
No, you stay away. You stay away from it. It's bad. It's got bumps. It's red. It's
okay. No.
I need a new visual.
No, yeah. No, we need we need good wood. You know, the sturdy one that can make the fire flames just go high and wild, and the wood represents the people that are around that will ignite your fire to the next level. And I'm just blessed to be surrounded by two of them right here on this stage with me on this live. And it's a great feeling to know that they don't knock my fire out, but they bring my fire up to a higher level. So that's Lynn, and I'm done on that one. Wait. What did Charles Coachman say?
Wet wood. Bring on the weekend, and may you not touch the wood. Don't do that.
It's Friday, Lynn.
It's Friday, Lynn, not Wednesday.
Not Wednesday.
So,
my gosh.
So special guest, Tammy, would you like to impart any final words to our audience? We appreciate you being with us and taking your time. What words would you like to leave with everybody?
Enjoy your weekend. Mother's Day is coming up. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. I used to be a sign language interpreter, so whenever you describe things, I'm very visual, so thanks a lot. But no, that's it. I really don't know.
How did you feel about being on the show, and was it fun? Did you enjoy it?
I was anxious and nervous at first, but you guys make me feel right at home. I appreciate it. It was a lot of
Woo!
fun.
Well, it
Yeah.
was an honor to have you here, and I'm super
Absolutely.
excited that
Thank you for inviting me.
Thanks for being here.
Less than a month, we will be together.
Yeah.
And so
Hey,
I'm
and can I do a plug real quick?
yes.
Yeah.
So anybody in the Kansas City area, July 16th through the 18th, Crypticon is at KCI Expo. It's a lot of fun. So I hope to see you there.
Mention the Real and Raw with Lynn and Brian, and maybe you might get a free book I'll leave with Tammy signed and autographed.
Nice. That's a good idea.
So, there you go. All right,
There
you
you go.
guys. We had a great show. I'm so glad that you showed up. And she actually, she was nervous. And I will say this because she wasn't supposed to be here till next week. And I put her on the spot. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, I can't love you as much as I already do. But thank you so much for being here and
anytime.
pulling through.
I'm happy to help.
Aww.
Love you too.
Well, happy Mother's Day,
Love
everybody.
you too, Brian.
Love you
And
too. Have a great weekend,
Happy Mother's
everyone.
Day.
Bye.
Happy weekend. See you
guys. Oh,
later.
there's a couple comments here. There we go.
What do we got? Ray. These two are great.
See ya, Cheryl. Love you. Happy
Bye,
Mother's
Cheryl.
Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms who are watching. We love you.
Happy
Bye.
weekend.
Bye, everybody.